How will you mark Remembrance Day this year?
I'll probably attend the local events in Charlottetown here at the War Memorial, like we do every year, and watch the parade, and just think about how grateful we are.
I always go to a ceremony in my neighborhood. I actually live in Cole Harbour, Nova Scotia, so there's a very big military population there. So the 12 Wing Shearwater comes and does a service out near our house. So we go there to that memorial.
Oh, I'll get dressed in my uniform and I'll be down at the cenotaph and I'll be marching with all those Legionnaires and everyone else.
I will attend the ceremonies, but I will also remember my brother, and I will also lay a wreath at the cenotaph.
As I usually do, Remembrance Day is actually the anniversary of my father's death, who also served in the military, and so I usually spend the day thinking about him.
In Australia, we have a dawn service every Remembrance Day, or Anzac Day it's called for us. So
no, we got Remembrance Day.
I do have Remembrance Day as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we do go to a dawn service and pay the respects through that way.
I think this year I will just take a moment to think and remember how grateful I am that I live in a safe country.
I think I'll buy a poppy. I think I'll try and go to some type of gathering that they might have downtown. I think those people who sacrificed their lives during the various wars, and we benefit, this country's benefited, people have benefited, and we continue to benefit from those sacrifices that made people before us.
Well, we usually go to the Remembrance Day service. My husband and I will have to argue about whether we come down here to the one at the cenotaph here, or whether we go to the one in Esquimalt, which is another municipality just to the west. Yes, there's no end of choices in Victoria for where you can go to Remembrance Day services. Yeah. It's a family tradition because my dad was in the Air Force during the war. Yeah.
I will do what I do every year. I will wear my poppy and observe the time at 11 a.m. and say a quick little prayer for them, the veterans.
Well, I'll probably come down here to the memorial. We usually get a pretty good crowd, and it's another kind of day. My dad was a British Army veteran. He fought in the Second World War, and so we always remember him on Remembrance Day too.
What we always do, we go to the cemetery up in Ross Bay, and we mark it there, and then we watch the show from Ottawa. Live from Ottawa and stuff, and my husband hangs out with some of his ex-military friends. He was a submariner for 23 years, so.
I will mark Remembrance Day by remembering my father-in-law's participation. It was a very difficult thing for him to participate, but he did it for not only the freedom of Canadians, but also those across the world.
So I'm from England, so I'm a veteran myself, so I'll be marching in the cenotaph in London in the UK. So very similar to what you do here, we do it in the UK, and it's nice to remember our veterans and our current serving personnel.
I'm a migrant to Canada, so I think it's good for new migrants to understand the history of Canada and to appreciate what we've inherited today.
I will wear a poppy, and I will take the 11 o'clock and stop whatever I'm doing and take a few moments to remember the men and women that have served for us.
We usually go out to the service, to the cenotaph service in West Bank. Last year, it was, last couple years, it's been canceled. But we like to go to the cenotaph in West Bank.
In my usual, I will be here saying thanks and being and remembering all that they gave for us, for the lives that we get to enjoy now.
How will I mark Remembrance Day? Well, I'm definitely going to be on the side of the streets there in the parade for sure, cheering on my girlfriend and all of our currently enlisted members, definitely.
Well, hopefully going to the cenotaph, if my legs hold out, I will be, to celebrate.
Remembrance Day is a very important day to me. I do feel very strongly because I spend part of my time in the United States in the winter and here in Canada, and especially with some of the things that are going on right now, that we really need to honor our veterans, and I'm very, very proud of them.
I'll probably just sit back and reflect. I am a pretty big war buff. I know about all the history and just reflect on the sacrifices made by our ancestors. So.
This year we usually go with the
fire department. I'm a volunteer firefighter for the last 10 years here in the town of Yarmouth, and we usually, a bunch of us get together, come down to the cenotaph downtown here, or usually if the weather's bad, we usually go to the Mariner Center, and so we'll parade around with all the veterans and all the people that are in the Army and Air Cadets and Sea Cadets.
My wife and I, every single year, we always go to the cenotaph in our local town, and it's really, really important that we do that. It's the very least we can do to show our respect for those who have, so many thousands of people have given their lives, the ultimate sacrifice, and many of those who are still living. We need to show pay real honor to them as well.
This year I will do as most years. I will attend a memorial service here in Yarmouth, Nova Scotia. We have several choices where we can go should the weather be bad. I will go to our Mariner Center should the weather be good, just outside our library where we have a beautiful monument for all who have served, and it'd be an honor to be able to attend. I would also like to say to all our veterans, God bless you and thank you for your service.